Defending the Faith Part 2. But Satan is evil. Jimmy will say, I know he's evil, because I've experienced his malevolence for myself. And then I'll say, well, considering the way you Christians are always talking about him, it only makes sense that he'd be less than pleasant toward you. If I had a bunch of people clucking like chickens about how I'm responsible for all the death and destruction in the world, my eyes would probably be glowing red at them too. Satan's only ever been good and kindly to me, because I treat him with the proper respect that he deserves. If you expect me to believe that he's just lying to me and that he's absolutely 100% pure evil, then you need to prove it scientifically. And this is where Jimmy thinks he can be clever. Okay, hotshot, he'll say, let's see your scientific evidence that the devil is as nice and benevolent as you think he is. Ha! I'll say, I don't have to give you scientific proof, because I could care less if you believe it or not. I'm not trying to convert you. Therefore, the burden of proof is not on my shoulders. You were the one who walked into this conversation with the intention of changing somebody's mind, so you are the one who has to prove things. If you can't prove that your God Jehovah is actually real, then it's all I can do not to laugh at you. And then the light bulb goes off again. But you can't believe in Satan without believing in God. Jimmy will say, God created Satan, therefore you have to believe in God. Ha! I will say again. First of all, the devil is my God. Therefore, I worship God. I just believe he's got horns and hooves. But if you're talking about Jehovah specifically, then you're dead wrong. There were religions that believed in the devil long before Christianity ever existed. The great dragon appeared in the ancient Sumerian, Egyptian, Persian and Greek religions. Therefore, a devil worshipper is not under any obligation to believe in your God at all. Those religions were just deluded. Jimmy will say, the devil tricked them all. Spiritual truth was not revealed to mankind until the advent of Christianity. And then I'll repeat my request. Well, prove it to me scientifically, already. I haven't got all day. Now here's my favorite part of the whole spectacle. Jimmy has now come to see that he can't convince me to believe his bull stuff with logic, because he doesn't have any. So now he will resort to using an emotional manipulation tactic to try and convert me. Here's an example of what he might say if my mother were a member of his church. When you and your mother die, your mother will go to heaven, but you won't. Do you really want to be separated from your mother like that? Wouldn't you rather be with her in heaven? Don't you love your mother? You ought to accept Christ, just in case he is right. Because if he is, then you will not only be eternally separated from God after death, but from your mother too. And you love your mother, don't you? Don't you? This is the single most disgusting thing that Bible thumpers do. And when they use a tactic like this, the point is to shock you, to catch you off guard and to attack your beliefs using emotions. They hope that by attacking you emotionally, you will become frightened and intimidated enough to conform to their belief system. It is not just a dirty trick, but a form of religious terrorism. The thing you have to remember is that when a Christian resorts to this sort of tactic, they are at the end of their rope. They know they can't give you any scientific proof that their beliefs are true. You have them in a corner when you demand for it, and they know it. And just like frightened little animals that lash out when they are trapped, Bible thumpers will lash out at you by attacking your emotions. It's a last-ditch effort to pull the wool over your eyes and assimilate you into the Borg. And if they use an emotional manipulation tactic like this, then guess what? You've already won the debate. Here is how I respond whenever somebody tries to make an emotional attack on me like the above example. I know what you're doing. You're trying to thwart my faith by attacking my emotions. I have asked you for scientific proof of your theological claims, and all you can do is give me an emotional argument. Since you have not given me the kind of proof that I have demanded from you, or any proof at all for that matter, then I have no choice but to dismiss your beliefs as pure nonsense, and to dismiss you as a fool for thinking you ever had a chance of converting me. Goodbye. So if a Christian should ever go on the offensive against your beliefs, and you honestly think it's worthwhile to argue with them, now you know what to do. You don't have to go through a long speech detailing all the self-contradictions of Christian theology. You don't have to get into a debate over the historicity of Jesus. All you need to do is demand scientific proof that their spiritual experiences are more valid than yours. And if they respond by demanding scientific proof for your experiences, you just point out that you are not the one trying to convert them. Therefore, the burden of proof is on them, not you. And if all they can do after that is try and use an emotional manipulation tactic on you, then you know you've won. And then you can walk away laughing, with your head up high. There are lots of people out there who feel threatened by devil worship, and who will do anything they can to try and talk you out of your beliefs. They will throw Bible quotes at you and try to emotionally manipulate you into leaving Satanism. They will make up excuses as to why they cannot give you scientific proof for their beliefs. And they may even try to turn it around and trick you into thinking you have to prove yours. But if you are truly marked by Set, you'll see through all this garbage and you'll say, "Is that all you bastards got?" You'll recognize their petty tactics for what they are. For you have been touched by Set. You are your own priest, your own pope, your own shaman. You have your own direct line to the spirit world, and you do not need anybody else to tell you what's what. And thank the devil for that.